Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, and welcome here to Snowman86. You join me on Catlin Crops, and today we are playing on the latest update version 0.9. So we have two missions there available, so we're just going to quickly do the More Bulls mission to get it done with. That's our pet cat there in the background making noise. And our second mission we are going to do is the new mission, which is the Green Maize Harvest. So basically we're harvesting corn, so it won't be done using the standard forage harvester. We now have a header for it, and this is it here. So quite a nice header, and you can see all the working bits there. It's quite detailed, and that's exactly how it'll function. So all that said, guys, we're going to go straight here now, and we're going to do the first mission, fill the stables. So we're just going to accept that, and we're going to get rolling. So keep 40 bulls in your barn. So it is telling us that if we basically, it's now not going to give us any more trailers. If we want to do this, we need to purchase the trailer ourselves. So we'll quickly have a look at it in our shop, and we'll see what we're running at. I believe that is the only trailer we have that does livestock. Yep. So we have two models. I believe we will want the bigger model, and our cost of that is 18,000. That's not a bad option. I think a couple of bulls being sold will definitely make that back. So we're just going to buy that now. And we made a mistake by not changing it from the vehicle trailer, but anyway, it is close enough to on the way. So I'll meet you over to dealer, guys. We're just going to select our tractor here, and I'll meet you down to dealer. And so we've arrived here at the dealer, and we're just going to shoot down here to the load section. We'll back in. One of the features of this recent update is now if you stand up on the brakes of your thing, and I'll show you there, it comes to a stop. It used to lock and slide, so that has been corrected. So it now takes you a more realistic stopping distance, I suppose is the best way of putting it. We're going to hit that fence post again. We always hit that fence post. So that is one of the nicer updates that comes on this one, guys, just so you know. So we're going to bail out here now a second. We're just going to handbrake up, and we're going to go talk to the dealer here quickly and see what he's got for us. So how many do we have? We currently have 19, so we need to get it up to 40. So we're looking at 21 animals. That's at least 4 trips. I think this trailer only holds 6. So we might start with the cheapest, 4 months old. Trailer transfer, I believe, is where we want to put it. So that's 1, 2, so I believe that is 6 more there now for us. So if we go to select load and just hit start, our 6 animals should come now and fill our trailer, and I believe it is only 6 we can hold in this trailer. And that is it, 6 in. So that's it. We're just going to quickly shoot back to the yard here now. What I will do is on the last run back, we will jump back in when we have all 40 at that stage. So we'll see you in a few minutes, guys. What we're going to do while we wait for our bulls to return, we have set the worker off, saves us having to drive. So we're just going to quickly run through a little bit of the option menu here. So we're going to go to our animals, and to transform, very simple. We go select the barn. Sorry, we need to be in our stock. So we select barn. So we have barn 1. You'll see we have animals, and then barn 2. So what we're going to do is transfer everybody in barn 1 to barn 0. So to do it, select your animal. Down here then you have this option down here where it says barn 0, and you've all the resulting empty barns where there are slots free. So we're just going to hit barn 0 and hit transfer. You'll see he changes over. And if we pop out of our menu now, we should have one animal standing on his own down here. So we're just going to pop out here away from the bit of the noise, back in, and we're going to just rinse and repeat here now. So we again want barn. So we're going to change all of barn 1 to barn 0. Hit transfer, and he transfers over. So it is quite a simple process really to move your animals around. You can also, I believe, put them out in the pasture. I'm not 100% sure if the feed side of it works. I believe it does, but just in the event you lose a couple of animals, don't go blaming me. So we have 5 animals per barn slot, so that will see us fill here. Barn 0 now is currently full to the brim. So the next thing we're going to quickly look at, and I just again now move further away here, is now we need to start feeding our animals on barn 0 and the rest of them. So we're going to go again to our menus, and we're going to go here to the planning tab and tasks. So we currently have tasks already set up, and you'll see the bottom one here is feeding. So we are going to now edit this one. So you'll see it is already set up, and it's recurring every 3 days at 10 in the morning. So to simply add a barn, we're just going to simply add barn, and you'll see down here we have the selection, and we're going to go barn 0. So that's going to be filled to it. We are now also going to add a barn, and we're going to want to go barn 1, and we're going to go barn 3. Why barn 2 isn't there? Barn 2 is there. I'm not sure why it's coming up a second time. We're going to add a barn again, and we're going to go barn 5. And you'll see the gist of this. We just want to be able to feed all the animals we are currently buying so that none of them starve. And barn 7. So that's our 4 barns down the left side of it, and the others are on the other side. So we're just going to quickly hit save again, and that now will update that the next time around. So by the time we have our animals back in our barn, and if you're unsure of what barn number you're looking at, each barn is numbered. So you'll see 0 here on this one, and then we go 2, 4, 6 and 8 down the end, and likewise on this side you have 5, 7 is up top, 3 and 1 here. So you'll see we have one animal standing on his own in barn 3. We're going to quickly just move him to barn 1. So again, select barn. Again, make sure you're in your own stock. So we're going looking for barn 3. There he is, Ralph. And we're just going to transfer him to barn 1. And if we scroll up, Ralph has been transferred. If we pop out, you'll see he's in that barn. So just a quick little update on how those menu options work. All very simple really, guys. Just remember to take your time with it. It is fairly self-explanatory, and don't get flustered if you make a mistake. Most things can be undone, so just keep that in mind when you're doing this. So while we wait here now for our driver to come back, we'll see you again in a few minutes, guys. So guys, we are arriving back here with the last load of animals, and once we get up here we should be able to unload here shortly. We'll just another little bit. We're just going to unload the last 3, and that is our 40 animals bought. So there is all 3 of them. We're just going to quickly transfer them now into a barn as well. So we're going to go stock, Barn. And if we just reverse that, we should see we have 3 here in the farm pasture, so we're going to move them to barn 5. And that should see barn 5 fill up. So we still have a small bit of space left for any more animals that we might encounter down the line, but for right now we are quite happy. Have our 40 in our shed. So we're just going to park this up here, and this is a fine spot over here to leave our trailer. Don't know what quite happened there, but we'll attempt to straighten that. So we're just going to roll in here, and that'll do us. So we're going to jump now to our next task, which is grain maize harvest. So we're just going to accept that. I understand the date is a little bit out here for this now to really work, but we'll see how we go. I'm just going to move this tractor now out of the way because we're possibly in the way there. So we're just going to park it in over here. So we're just going to tab, found our combine. So we just got to attach this head over here, guys. So we're just going to do that quickly. Head is on. So we're just going to head over to field 18, guys. So we'll see you over there. So we are approaching field 18 here now, guys. So we're just going to dab on the brakes, get our slowed. So we have a bit of work here now to do. We got a bit of setting up. So we're just going to first unfold. That unfolds harvester and everything with it. So that's a mighty fine folding animation, to be fair to it. So we just got to enable our combine. And as we look at this, I'm just going to quickly show you guys, there's a lot of detail going on here. A lot of moving parts, which is fantastic. Very detailed. Gotta like that. So we're just going to line ourselves back up here now. We're going to lower our header. And it's asking us to harvest the field, so we're just going to get stuck in straight away. And as you can see, it is laying down a green, kind of a greeny yellow texture. Don't know how well that's translating there, but more green than yellow, but there's definitely a nice texture going down as well. So we are now cutting corn. So we'll jump to the internal views, see what it looks like inside cab. Has a good look going on with it. The only thing I will say, this is very green maize to be harvesting like this. Normally once you're cutting maize or corn, it would be that more golden brown, but hey ho, we won't complain. doing a lovely job here. So what we will do here in a second is we are going to push it, and we will drive just up the speed to see how fast we can go before we start potentially not cutting anymore. So we were doing 5 all along, we get it up to 7.5. Seems happy at that. We'll keep going. So I think we are at our limit in what she wants to do, so we just drop it back to kind of 7.5. That's probably even just a little bit fast. And we have a tractor trailer waiting for us and all. So this is the latest update. There has been a couple of other bug fixes. As I mentioned earlier, the standing on the brakes is one fix. That is definitely one thing that has been fixed, and it is a nice fix as well. Does make it just that little bit easier to control. And we're just going to do a turn here again. The rear wheels don't lock up now, so that is nice. There's also been a couple of other fixes here and there in terms of graphical settings and stuff. We are running our settings a little bit higher, but not a whole pile, and we seem to be functioning okay. So we're just going to keep cutting here and see what comes of it. We're starting to leave bits behind possibly there. I see one standing, so we're just going to slower again. And again, I don't know how well it's translating there, but there seems to be a nice heat haze effect now coming from behind the combine. So I wasn't sure of that before. Definitely not used to seeing it, but as we left another stalk standing. So that seems to be improved as well. So it really does feel like they're getting close to a finish here. Obviously the fact that it's now selling on version 0.9 would also give that away. To be fair, most of the things that are left there to be fixed are probably small things like prices and stuff need to be adjusted possibly. And even maybe even seeing a more realistic market kind of a feel to it. With prices that raise and drop, I've yet to experiment with it. It could be there, but I'm not sure it is. And as we go through on this, guys, if there is anything you want to see or you would like me to touch on, by all means let me know in the comments below, and we will try our best to hit on it in some aspect. Not saying I know everything there is about to know about this game, but we will try our best and showcase the full range of capability of this game. So what we're going to do here on this pass now is just set up our GPS line. So we're just going to offer ourselves somewhat of a line, and we're going to say there's pretty good. Everything seems to be pretty good there. We're just going to wrong button. So I think I'm just going to enter the value manually. We're probably going to go 0.4. 0.4 seems okay, so we're going to start with that. Release the handbrake, and if we hit I, we should be under traction control. We are cutting very fast, sorry about that. So away we go again. And the GPS now should carry our lines for us up and down the field. Must say it is quite refined, and a nice touch is that the GPS, especially here within the crop, isn't that noticeable. It isn't quite as intrusive. It is hidden behind the crops. And again, for those who don't want to see those lines, you can turn it off. So if you're looking to turn off the line, you just simply in here hit this button that reduces the line, and you're still working to your line, but now you just can't see it. So it adds that extra little touch for those who want it down the line. This is a quite well thought out game. We're just going to leave it on short term. We seem to be missing a bit there now. Oh. I think the missed bits are more down to my bad driving than anything else. I wouldn't take too much from it. So the bug still persists with the steering wheel as well, where if you turn the wheel, it will kick off your GPS and it will not re-engage it until you have adjusted your steering using the keyboard again. So that bug still persists. In fact, I don't even think I'm on GPS there now. Once we are complete this mission, the next logical thing for me anyway looking at is possibly selling some of our further away fields and relocating closer to the yard, and possibly looking at maybe upgrading our tractor. We might go for a slightly more horsepower one, possibly get rid of the MB track. So we are, as I say, thinking of getting rid of that MB track and maybe even going for the Dutes or going for the top range class. So we'll see. So while we're harvesting here, guys, we're just going to cut it here. There's only so much meat going up and down the field that you can stick, I did mention, so we're going to cut it here and either join in when we are ready to unload or when we are finished. So I will see you in a few minutes, guys. So we're just trying out our spout here now quickly. We're just going to unload. We're up to nearly 7,000 litres. So we're just going to throw on the discharge. So as you can see, he's having a little bit of trouble slowing down to our race. Oh. Just going to close it in again. And we are getting back to it now. If we do want him to stop and wait, if we hit 3 on the keyboard, I will spin around, you'll see he has paused. So he's no longer chasing us, and the next time we want him, we can hit 4 in the hotkey section and he will come back to us and he'll be chasing again. So that's a nice little touch and feature again, especially when you're working with a worker if you don't want them around you. If your driving is good enough, I suppose you can work away with it, but sometimes it's easier just not to have him trying to turn when you're turning. I find it anyway. So that's a handy feature. You can pause the run and then reset it again by 3 and 4. Those can also be adjusted, I believe, but they come preset and we haven't found the need to change it yet, so we're happy with it. So we'll just keep it going. So that's it. We're going to keep going here, guys, and we'll see you all again in a few minutes. So guys, that is the field complete. It is now telling us to drive to the dealership, so we're just going to fold our head up and start making our way back towards the dealer. Our tractor and trailer has taken off. One can only hope that they are unloading as we speak. That car is going to park in an awkward spot. More so due to the fact that there was obviously a collision registered somewhere. So with that being said, guys, as we drive back here to the dealer, no doubt to complete the mission. Thoughts on the update are, as always with an update from Cattle and Crops, it is nice work, it is well done. Just brings us that extra step closer to a final product as well, which is always nice. So this game is more or less playable now, I think, at this stage. So as I say, we've maybe 2 or 3 missions left to do. After that we will be swapping around our fields a small bit with the intention of keeping it going. We also have a lot of digestive at the BGA plant, so we will be looking at a slurry tender, and that will be our form of fertilizer for short term, and we'll see what way we go about it. So with all that said, guys, this has been another episode of Cattle and Crops. I've been Snowman86. Thanks very much for watching, guys. And if you have any questions about the game or anything else, as always, leave them below in the comments, and I'll try and get around to them. Take care, guys.